money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the beef. One of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snigger bait.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll set up to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Left.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back to throw here. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. A good pickup there, a 22.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jerry Hughes in there to get him for a loss of 5. On 3rd down, it's Lindsey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mahomes going to throw. Looking downfield for Kels. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. tailback. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having a pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
No, check. Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On 3rd down, that's Lindsey, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Black 58, Royal. Black 50.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They give him a gain of 37.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they try the right side here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And McManus able to put it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing now is Mahomes. Trying to lay one up deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They'll run for it with Cook. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates his way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll give it to him up the middle, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And McManus able to put it through. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more. Because that's...
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Perry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play, keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Left, 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 left!
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Ace! Ace! Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They run again on first down. Cook. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
On second down, Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And Butker able to put this one through. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this third quarter. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 34.
Left.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Butker on for the PAT. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Staying on his feet. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
We're back now in KC, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Slow. Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now here's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hart. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Ace.
Mahomes going to throw. And this one is incomplete.
At times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And this will be taken at the 13. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the 2-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets up making some noise. It's 3rd and short.
Detroit!
A quick handoff to Vitale. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
All I remember from my experience as a defender, when the big fella gets the football, you've got to get on him early before he gets a chance to get up ahead of steam, because once he does that, he's going to leave a lot of tacklers in his wake.
And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Back to throw now on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. His throw incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very solid gain of 27.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
No. Check. Patriot.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Left.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Look at this spin.
Balance.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Left.
On first down, Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Christian Kirksey not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a set. Come on, fellas.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 39 that time. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Ace, ace.
A toss to Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says, we're going for it on 4th down.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They give him a gain of 37. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Mahomes going to throw it here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on.
That's caught at the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Kansas City, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.